We're about to get ready for bout number 5. Let's send it up to our ring announcer, Adam Palacio, for the official fighter introductions.
Casino, would you like to see some more fights? I think we can handle that. Let's welcome our next fighter to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie Hunter.
Have come by knockout, so Bonnie Hunter, no stranger. She's got some power in those fists. As you and I mentioned in the past, it does not matter who you knock out. If you can knock anybody out and you do it repeatedly, and you've got a career that's been made from that, then there is some legitimate power there. But again, as we mentioned, Bonnie Hunter, for the first time in her career, fighting on U.S. soil tonight here, taking on a very tough test with a very cagey veteran, and we'll get some more on that in a minute about some of the fighters that she has faced. But she has come there to fight, and she has come there to score potentially an upset win in her opponent's hometown.
The way right now Canada America, she wants to win here to shut us up.
Once again, listen to that ovation for Stevie Jane Coleman. She comes in from Columbia, Connecticut, just 24 years of age, making her 8th appearance. She is 6-1, 2 wins by knockout. And what is notable about Stevie Jane Coleman's career rate is that she lost her pro debut at a fight in Memphis, came back to New England, got integrated into the CES family, and she has taken off ever since with 6 consecutive victories. And every time we see Stevie Jane Coleman, she just gets better and better.
I love Stevie Jane Coleman. I got to be a number 2 fan. The only reason I'm number 2 because probably her coaches are number 1 too.
Stevie's last fight was in November, so she's making another comeback, another opportunity to keep climbing that ladder. We mentioned Amelia Moore and where she stands. Stevie Jane Coleman could very well be next. Let's send it back up to Adam Palacio for the official introductions.
The following fight is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and yellow trunks. She weighed in at 138 pounds. Her pro record, 6 wins, 5 losses, with 3 big victories, coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie Warrior Queen Hunter! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and purple trunks. She weighed in at 139 pounds. Her pro record, 6 wins, 1 loss, with 2 big victories coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Columbia, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Jane Coleman. Your referee for this bout is Mr. Eddie Claudio.
Stevie. Okay, ladies, both comes are good. Training with the pressure, give me a good, clean fight, protect yourself at all times. Above all, respect my commands, okay? Touch them up if you want to, see you at the bell.
Here we go. Those of you watching on the TMT Digital Network, welcome back to Foxwoods Casino. Right now we go to 6 rounds in the female super lightweight division. Stevie Jane Coleman in the purple trunks taking on Bonnie Hunter. I want to say those are leopard trunks?
Yes,
Is that the right animal, the right species? All right, we're on the way. Bonnie Hunter coming in. Record of 6-5, 3 of her wins by knockout. First time fighting on U.S. soil. She's fought mostly in her home native Canada and in Mexico. And the gentleman in her corner is her husband, Horace Hunter, also a former pro boxer out of Ontario. I believe he competed in the light heavyweight division, but he's been training her mostly her entire career.
Oh, beautiful left hook she just caught her with. Flush on that jaw.
Stick.
Hunter's been active. She last fought in August, lost a unanimous decision to Carla Ramos Zamora in Calgary. 1-1 in her last 2, 1-3 in her last 4. And for Coleman, as we mentioned, Ray, 6 in a row, and she's been incrementally better every time we see her.
Stay calm, stay calm.
Stevie Jane Coleman she looks hungry today. She looks like she's on a mission. I mean, you're supposed to be our fighter, but today, she is like she's on a mission.
I know every time we say this is her toughest test, this one's her toughest test, I believe this one truly is. Bonnie Hunter, again, 11 pro fights, never been stopped. She's got 3 knockouts, so this is not somebody who I would anticipate is not going to go down quickly. Of course, sometimes we say that and things happen, but certainly Coleman will have to work to get this victory. This is not going to be a cakewalk by any stretch, and at this point in her career, she does not want that, as she wants to climb the ladder like her CES counterpart, Amelia Moore, trying to make that climb up the WBO, WBA rankings.
Coleman's just in the side, landing that overhand right and left hook all day, and she's doing it with a purpose.
Keep working.
Her feet are sitting right down.
Keep working.
Now, while Stevie Jane Coleman hasn't fought a full fight since November, she was busy with the Boston Butchers of Team Combat League, and this past summer went 6-2 in 8 fights with the Butchers, so she stayed somewhat active. I say somewhat, it's active. She's training, she's working, she's fighting, she's competing, so that keeps that layoff, in a sense, a little more manageable when you think about it.
And you know, it's like we said, there's not that many fighters in the pro games for the women, so why not stay in the combat league and keep yourself busy? It didn't hurt her rating.
No. I think honestly, and people have their opinions about Team Combat League and the one-round format, but I agree with you, Ray. It helps keep fighters busy, it keeps them active. It's something to, I don't want to say something to do, but it's something to achieve and shoot for when maybe you don't have a lot of pro opportunities on the docket. As you know, in the women's division, it's very tough to get fights, so these are opportunities for Coleman and others to go in there and stay active and just keep working on the fundamentals and the skills, so when she gets back into a fight like she is here tonight, she's ready to go, and so far so good through 1 round.
Yeah, she looked good this first round. She's sitting on her punches, and that 1, 2, 3, I mean, it's landing hard every time she throws it. She hasn't missed not one yet.
Coleman with a slight height advantage, nothing too unmanageable for Hunter.
I mean, Hunter's right there in front of her. She be hit.
Good job. Nice.
Them hooks are beautiful. She's coming right around her right hand. Beautiful right hand again.
Hardy exchange between the two.
One thing about Stevie Coleman, she loves to rumble.
She does.
She loves to stay in there and let it go.
I think for Coleman, I think that loss in her pro debut, sometimes it can help. One of your fighters, Ray, Wilson Mascarenas from New Bedford, Mass, lost his pro debut, went on to win his next 11. And sometimes the chip on that shoulder can propel you. You want to prove people wrong who doubted you in that first fight.
So that first loss is weird to say, sometimes helps a fighter. You know, everyone thinks they were going there and I want to get the easy fight and get that win, and they realize this is a real sport. You know, you can play football, play basketball, you can't play boxing.
No, you don't.
You can't play combat sports.
And it's tough. Very few fighters go undefeated in their pro careers. The loss in boxing at times has been kind of conditioned and grandfathered in, where a loss can really set you back. I think the landscape of the sport has changed somewhat, where one loss not as critical as they used to be. And as you see Coleman here, really starting to open things up against Bonnie Hunter.
Coleman's just walking her down.
Go to your left. Go to your left, Stevie.
The three-punch
Step left.
combination.
There you go.
I love them. The women boxing.
There you go.
They
Go
put
to
their
one
punches
counter.
together. They don't just throw one punch.
Good work.
And again, those 2-minute rounds really mitigate the pace. You got to come out firing early. Not a lot of
There
time
you go.
to
Go right hand.
set the pace
Keep
and
working.
feel out
Keep working.
your
Put
opponent.
it to
Keep
3
fucking
rounds.
working.
You would see more knockouts.
There you
than
go.
women
Go right hand
boxing.
again. There you go.
And there's the bell for round number 2. Coleman looking
Step into
comfortable
a world
so
of
far. Ray. What
sweetness
did
and
you see?
excitement at
She's
Sugar
doing
Factory
everything
Box
she wants to do.
Dive into
you
our
know, Hunter,
irresistible desserts,
not taking nothing away from her, but you know, she came willing to fight. But Coleman's just, she's taking that notch up. Coleman just could be telling Hunter that right now, you know, maybe it's time to hang it up. The way Coleman's touching her with these 3-4 combinations.
Hunter's corner already got the cold compress on the cheek, as you see a little swelling under the right eye. And as you mentioned, Coleman's really been landing at ease, letting those hands go, throwing 2-3 punch combinations, which is so critical. And something that you think sounds almost obvious on the broadcast, but it isn't always obvious. A lot of fighters don't do it, and sometimes get into that mindset, Ray, like you mentioned, where they're trying to land that one big shot. They slip from the fundamentals a bit. But Coleman is very seasoned. He's got a great corner with Paul Cechon and Mike Williams. Mike Williams, a veteran of more than 20 fights, who's been down the road. He knows what to look for. They know how to bring their fighter up properly, and Coleman just continues to show that championship pedigree every time she's in there.
Yeah, you know, you got these fighters that come out there and think everyone got this one-punch knockout. I mean, everybody Mike Tyson or Roberto Duran.
Very few can do
A little lower
that.
with that hook, Stevie. A little lower with the hook.
If you can do that, you go into the Hall of Fame.
Aim
Yes.
for that shoulder. Aim for that shoulder.
Round 3 of a
There you
scheduled
go.
6.
There you go.
Michael
That was her
Parenti,
hand
Sucre
tie.
Oliveira.
Out of the ring.
Hand tie goes down to the mat.
No fucking hook.
Once again, we thank you for joining us on the TMT Digital
Be
Network
smart, be smart.
and Foxwoods Resort Casino as CES
Stick,
Boxing
keep sticking.
presents
Keep
Bloodlines.
sticking.
And right now you're watching Stevie
the
Jane
box,
Coleman in the
baby, beat
purple
the
trunks
box.
taking on Bonnie Hunter in the leopard print.
Keep inching forward. Keep inching
We're
forward.
in round 3 of a
Behind the
scheduled
top.
6. Still 2 more big fights to come, so don't go anywhere.
And I just love how
Right there.
Coleman's
Now you
just
work.
walking
Now
it
you
down
work.
and letting those hands
Now you
go.
work. There we go. There you go. She ain't setting shit up. Keep working. Keep working.
She's putting Hunter back on her
Keep
back,
that jab.
back leg. They're making her box backwards.
Take the jab. Throw the right hand.
Good
Almost.
jab from
almost.
Coleman.
Set it
Using
up
that
again.
left jab,
Almost.
setting up the overhand right.
That jab coming down real low.
It seems so simple,
Come
but
right
it's
over. There you go.
it
There
works.
you fucking go.
Yeah, and Hunter, she's popping the jab, but she's
There you
popping
go.
a
Go right
lazy
here.
jab.
Go right
With
here.
Coleman's just
Go
coming
right
right
here.
over the top.
Keep
all
going.
day.
Keep
You gotta
working.
throw that jab. You gotta throw it with a purpose. And Coleman's
calm,
just countering
stay
it
calm,
with
keep
a
working.
2-3.
Good.
Another
You
beautiful
see
right
everything
hand over the
coming,
top.
Stevie.
No, you're right, Ray. Sometimes fighters get into the habit of just
Go right
pouring with
hand.
that jab
Go
as
right
Coleman
hand.
now lands a
Keep
hard
working. There you
right
go.
followed by the
Move
left.
your feet a little bit.
Coleman's jab is stiff. It's with a purpose. And it's been a
Nice. Nice
big
stick. Keep
weapon
sticking.
early
Keep
in this
sticking.
fight.
There you go.
Nice overhand
Keep
right
sticking.
again by Coleman.
I love
Keep
how
sticking.
Stevie says she popped that jab
Nice,
hard.
nice.
And then 2 seconds later, not running right, but 2 seconds later, that left hook and right hand comes.
Coleman has a game plan, and she's been sticking to it brilliantly through these first 3 rounds. If we go to the other corner, if you're Bonnie Hunter at this point, what do you do? It's very tough. You're combating an opponent who's got a stiff jab. We talked about that in one of the previous fights. What do you do against an opponent who's got such a good jab? How do you work around that and find your way on the inside?
That's up to the corner. They got to get to their fight and say, look, this game plan that we're doing ain't working. It's time to change. You know, I believe in letting the fighter know what's going on. Look, you're down 3 rounds. You try to back up. You're fighting on your back leg. No, let's make this aggressive now. Let's come forward. Let's smother her and fight your distance. Don't fight in Coleman's distance, which is you're giving her the range. She's countering. Stay forward. Put your head in her chest and grind.
We're halfway through this 6-round bout in the super lightweight division. It's been all Stevie Jane Coleman against Bonnie Hunter. Hunter, for the first time on U.S. soil, getting a rude welcome to the country by Stevie Jane Coleman. Boxing beautifully, working that jab, flipping that overhand right. Once again, we thank you, our viewing audience on the TMT Digital Network.
Up and down, up and down.
We're here at the Great Cedar Showroom at Foxwoods Resort Casino, one of the major hubs, Ray, for boxing in New England.
A little lower with that hook to the shoulder.
So many great fights here in the past, many promoted by Jimmy Birchfield and CES, and this card no exception.
Stay
As
right
Coleman
there.
keeps
Yup,
coming
there you
forward.
go.
Left jab followed by the right hand. It's been
Nice
a clinic
body
so
shot.
far for Coleman.
Both
it again.
ladies that fought today.
Do it
I mean,
again.
Look what they're doing. They
Keep
work
walking her
off
down.
that jab.
Keep walking her down,
They're
Stevie.
coming in with that jab. They're not coming in just throwing bombs.
Nice,
They're
nice.
backing up their fighters
Stay right
and
there.
working
Yup,
that
there
thing
you
off
go.
the
Good
jab.
work.
Yeah, you're right, Ray. We've really seen a lot of
fucking
brilliantly
work.
executed game plans
flowing,
on this fight
keep
card
flowing.
tonight. Not a lot of fighters coming in wild, trying to get the knockouts. Fighters that are just breaking down their opponent systematically over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. We saw it with Jonathan Figueroa early tonight.
Yes.
We saw it with Amelia Moore. You're seeing it again here with Stevie Jane Coleman.
There you go. Keep
She's
working.
not rushing it. She's taking her time, putting the combinations
Nice.
together.
Right hand after that.
It takes a certain kind of discipline to not get over anxious and want to do more, but just to stick to a game plan that's working and let it develop naturally.
Especially when you're in your hometown, and every time you're in a punch, the crowd goes nuts.
Sure.
You don't want to go nuts.
We talked about the pressure of being from a famous bloodline, but also the pressure of having all your fans in attendance. That's something that can wear on a fighter, wanting to close out a fight in style, wanting to put on a good show so that your fans come back for more. But at the end of the day, it's your career that's in the focus, and that's where your focus has to be.
Work off it. Work off it.
One thing I like to see Coleman do is, you know, you're up 3 rounds in the 4th round here. You got you up here. Stop putting Hunter back on the ropes. Make her fight on the ropes now. Don't let her keep moving. Show her that you're the stronger and better fighter today.
And so far, she's been just that through 4 rounds. Stevie Jane Coleman working brilliantly against Bonnie Hunter, who, again, as we mentioned, Hunter, 11 pro fights, never been stopped, and you can see why. She's tough, she's got a good chin, she keeps coming forward. No quit in her whatsoever, but however, she's going to have to put up a little bit more of a fight and maybe put a little more on the gas pedal, so to speak, if she wants to get back in this fight. Now, Bonnie Hunter does have 3 wins by knockout. She's faced some really tough fighters in her career. She's faced Jessica Camara, she's faced Jennifer Williams, she faced Canadian pro Jordan Dobie, who is now 5-0 as a pro. So she's going in there against some really good opposition as well. So this is someone who has the ability to dig deep and rely on experience to get her through, but she's got a very tough wall in front of her in Stevie Jane Coleman.
What I tend to know, because now I'm the coach, I'm not the boxer no more. I tell my fighters, when you fight guys, people who never been stopped, that they got the mileage on them now.
Sure.
That means they got cracks in that jaw, but you gotta put their back on the ropes and crack them on that rope and continue cracking that jaw, making that egg crumble.
Step left, cut off.
Certainly a lot of tread on the tires when you've been through 11 pro fights and all of them haven't gone the distance, and that's what Bonnie Hunter, that's what her career has been.
Set it up.
6-5 coming into this fight. Coleman coming in at 6-2.
See, this is why I want Coleman to stop. She's doing beautifully, but put Hunter's back on those ropes. Put her on the ropes.
There you go,
And
step left.
show
Keep
you're the
inching
stronger
forward.
person.
Keep inching forward. Make her uncomfortable.
Good left hand there by Coleman. Short left hook. Hunter's face is beat red. She's been taking a pounding through 5 rounds.
Keep hooking.
This is where
Keep throwing that
I
hook.
believe Coleman got to keep coming forward. You'll land those 3-4 punch combinations.
Nice. Come back out with the right. It's there. Set it up, set it up, set it up. Feint, stick. Feint, stick. Keep sticking. Keep sticking.
And you always want to keep your fighter in the middle of the ring. You got Coleman weighed down now. She knows she's down 4 rounds. Put her back on the ropes.
Go a little lower. A little lower.
She gets her there, and then she
Nice.
makes her turn.
Nice. Keep
In
working,
one sense,
Stevie.
Ray,
Keep
Coleman
flowing.
is just
Keep
sticking
flowing.
with what's working.
There you
Hasn't
go.
been overly aggressive to the point where she could run herself into some trouble. And there's also that caution that you do have to keep against an opponent that does have some knockout
There you
power.
go. Now
But
work off
This
it.
is where
been-
people
I see
usually
what you're trying
say,
to do. Work off of
if
that.
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's
Yes,
right.
you're correct. But
Nice.
when you start getting them
That's
top
right.
10 ratings in the World Championship fight,
Set it up again. There you go.
it's time to put
10
these
seconds.
people on the ropes
10 seconds.
and show them I want this belt.
No, there is something to that, Ray. I agree. There is a component where they want to see a fighter really dig down and press forward and show that next level.
Yes.
Right? That next octave. And that's what you
Beautiful.
want to see at times from a fighter. Now, we go into the 6th and final round here as we go to the bell, and clearly Stevie Jane Coleman up 5 rounds, really hasn't been faced much opposition or been contested too much here. Hunter will keep coming forward, so the opportunity could be there over these final 2 minutes of the 6th round. We'll see how Coleman approaches it, but so far it's been a masterful performance.
And it's been a great performance. I'm not taking nothing away from her. Like I said, sometimes you get those world championship fights, that's when you want to, and you want to show your fans that it's the last round. Now that person's going to go out there and get it. They're going to really show now. Do it for the people now. You know, you're not taking a chance out there. You're up 5 rounds, been having a beautiful fight. Pressure her now. Put her on the rope. Get her out of here. And getting her out of here isn't getting a knockout. Get her out of here by letting her know how to
Close
beat
the show,
you
Stevie.
down.
Close the show.
Here we go, round number 6, the sixth and final round
2
between
minutes left.
Stevie Jane Coleman in the
2
purple
minutes
trunks
left.
and Bonnie Hunter in the leopard print trunks. It's been all Coleman so far as she's aiming for win number 7 and her 7th in a row. Hunter trying to score the upset on U.S. soil for the first time in her pro career. And once again, Michael Parenti and Sucre Ray Oliveira bringing you all the action on the TMT Digital Network, live from Foxwoods Resort Casino.
Right there for you.
Oh,
Good right hand there by
beautiful
Hunter.
right hand from her.
Keep a little distance.
Caught
keep a little
Coleman sleeping a
distance.
bit.
So you can see. Feint, feint.
Bobby Hunter's best punch of the night.
Yes, better late than never.
Step
She's going to need a lot more than
left.
that, clearly, in this 6th round. And again, you'll only have 2 minutes to work. So she's really going to have to pick up the pace here over these final 90 seconds. Instead here, it's Coleman trying to pick up the pace and let her hands go.
And this is why I say that, you know, last round, it's when you make them take. Don't make them think that they were in it for even one round.
Add the right hand when you can.
It's like a pitcher in baseball
doing
going
shit.
into the 9th inning with a shutout. You want to keep that
Yes,
shutout.
keep
Keep
that
not doing
shut
Even
up.
shit.
if you're up
Keep working.
15-0, you want that shutout.
And I almost forgot. Sorry about your Yankees.
Stick. There you go.
It's been a tough week.
There you go.
Not as
Good.
tough for Bonnie Hunter in Canada. The Toronto Blue Jays going to the ALCS.
Pull your feet
Yes,
up and reset.
yes.
Hop, stick.
Coleman still
Keep
working
going,
hard.
shit. Keep going. Keep
Final
working. There you
minute
go.
here of this fight.
There you go. Good hook. Keep
Hunter
going.
trying to land something big. That's going to be her
Almost
only chance to score a victory.
She's not doing shit.
Coleman, you know, yes, you got the fight all set. Continue coming forward.
10 seconds. Let's
Take
go.
her out of here. You know, like I said, take it on me doesn't mean knockout. It
Sure.
means let her know I beat you all 6 rounds. But right now, I got Hunter winning this round.
There you go.
And there's something too, Ray, about
Good
trusting
work.
your defense.
Good
Even
work.
if you try to
Great
let
work.
the hands go a bit, trust your own defense and trust your ability. But nonetheless, the right ends, and it's all Stevie Jane Coleman here tonight, and by all accounts will improve to 7-1 with this victory. And I thought a very good performance, Ray. Actually a great performance against a very tough veteran, arguably on paper, Coleman's toughest test when you consider the opposition and who Bonnie Hunter has faced. I thought Coleman did a great job and continues to show her pedigree, only 24 years old. I mean, she's got an entire pro career in front of her and a lot of big fights that I think are going to come down the pipeline if she keeps up at this pace. And we saw another great one tonight. Another step in the right direction for Stevie Jane Coleman.
She looked beautiful. She came out here. She came out the first 5 rounds hungry. You know, she landed a lot of combinations. You know, and maybe the 6th round. Hey, Ray, I'm tired. I still won it, but I'm tired.
And I think, too, in some sense, that the Coleman camp got what they expected to get from Bonnie Hunter,
Yes.
which is a player that's going to be hang in there. She's going to take a lot of shots. She's going to eat those shots and keep coming forward. She's never been stopped now in 12 pro fights. This is exactly the opposition they expected. And what probably plays into why they choose her as an opponent, knowing they can get the work and just continue to pile up the rounds and get another impressive win. And again, as we mentioned, we talked about Amelia Moore in the last fight, where she's ranked in the world ratings. Coleman wants to get there and crack the top 10, crack the top 5, and make that climb. And in a place like this, you have to win.
After 6 tough rounds, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges scored the fight 60-54 for your winner, Stevie J. Coleman.
All right, Stevie, a shutout on the scorecards, winning every round. You look like you were in great shape tonight, stuck with the plan. Is this what was going on with the fight?
Yeah, definitely. My coach told me to go out there and box, keep her at a distance. We worked hard in camp, so, you know.
It's been almost a full year since your last professional fight. You did a lot of TCL boxing this summer, but was there any ring rust? It didn't look like if there was.
No, I don't think there was any ring rust. You know, I love it here, so.
All right, Stevie, it sounded like you were fighting in your backyard here tonight. When you walked out here, you certainly had the whole entire crowd with you, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate all the hometown love.
So, Stevie, you're world rated. You just won another fight. What's next?
It's up to my team, you know, Jimmy Birchfield, Paul Sean, the rest of my team.
Do you feel like there's a world title run coming up soon?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I gotta keep my head down, stay humble, stay hungry, keep working, learning, and I'm definitely gonna be a world champion too.
She's humble and she's hungry and she's a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Jane Coleman.
So there it is. Stevie Jane Coleman says a world title is in the radar in the future, and why not, right? She's 7-1. She's won 7 in a row, and we talked about what it takes to get there. It doesn't necessarily take a long time to get there, but it takes a hard climb, and she's been climbing that ladder every time she fights. Ray, another great performance from Coleman tonight.
She had a great performance. Like the thing I would like to hear, one thing I like to hear a lot of these fighters saying, we're asking them, what's on your horizon? You ready for a world championship? Whatever they want. No, I want it. Get out there and tell them I want it. I'm ready. Give it to me. Like Rashidi did. He said, I want it. I'm ready. Whatever they want to do. Don't say, whatever my team wants. No, what you want to do.
Yeah. And she's the one that calls the shots, as the one that takes the punches. So
yes.
Stevie Jane Coleman will have many opportunities down the road. And as a member of this fast-growing CES roster, Ray, she's going to have a lot more fights coming up in 2025.
Definitely.